Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rich silences Thomas while Taylor lashes out at Eric. According to the bold and the beautiful, Taylor Hayes lashes out at Eric Forrester, while Rich Forrester, Torsten K., will put an end to an unruly Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. Thomas will become more and more irritated at Forrester Creations' due of Brooke's firm hold on Ridge. Thomas will keep hurling threats in the hopes that this will be resolved, because he believes Brooke is to blame for severing his family. Brooke, though, will make an effort to persuade Thomas that it's time to let go. Although Ridge will always feel a particular connection to Taylor since she is the mother of his children, Brooke may always hold a special place in his heart. Thomas will be shocked by their quick engagement, and even faster wedding since Brooke will admit that Ridge was willing to pop the question right away. The fact that Ridge locked in a future with Brooke the day he broke up with Taylor will make Thomas furious. Although Thomas will find it difficult to believe what he is hearing, Ridge will step in and inform Thomas that Brooke is correct. Ridge would advise Thomas to relax and realize that love is complex, because he didn't want to put off marrying Brooke any longer. Thomas's opinions are one thing, but Ridge won't allow him to disparage Brooke. Ridge would argue that if Thomas wants to be angry about Taylor's suffering, he should direct his hatred at him. Naturally, Thomas will not be pleased with Brooke and Ridge's marital updates, so if past events are any guide, he might storm off and plan some sabotage. Taylor will end up berating Eric in another place. Since Eric has been actively advocating for Brooke and Ridge's reunion, Taylor might not be interested in his sympathy. Taylor will feel even worse after learning of Brooke and Ridge's nuptials. Although Taylor has accepted Ridge's decision, she still anticipates Brooke would eventually find a way to ruin things. Then Luna's attempt to blend in at Remy Price's apartment won't work out as planned, particularly since he has a lover named Deke who might interfere in the near future. Fans may anticipate Will Spencer cornering Luna, Logan, Katie Lee Finnegan and Bill Spencer in upcoming episodes. Don't miss any of the excitement because according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's issue will only get worse. Thomas explodes in Remy's moral dilemma. Spoilers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful hint at some wild turns. What choice is Remy Price going to make? Later, Luna Nozawa is cornered by Katie Logan and Bill Spencer. In addition, Rich Forrester is the target of Thomas Forrester's, Matthew Atkinson, explosion. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Let's start with Remy, who was in his apartment when the door was abruptly opened. Remy assumed it was Luna who was dead. Additionally, Remy felt bad for teaching Luna how to shoot a gun when she was pursuing Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Following his first astonishment at seeing a dead girl, Remy is faced with a moral conundrum. Will he assist Luna in keeping everyone hidden? He won't conceal her, in my opinion. For starters, Remy wants to avoid difficulty in the future. The young man seemed to be making a real effort to avoid trouble. Luna didn't think Will would call Katie. She believed she was saved as she dashed inside Remy's flat. Remy had previously assisted her. Remy isn't present when Luna is besieged by her adversaries, though. Lee Finnegan returns home to her apartment in disarray. Why Will, Bill, and Katie are in her apartment is probably going to baffle the doctor. She would soon find out, though, that Luna abused Wood. According to The Bold and the Beautiful teasers for the week of September 15th, a preview clip reveals Lee's reaction to Katie's shocking revelation. When Katie claims that Luna exploited Will, Luna just stands there seeming perplexed. Lee pins the young woman against the wall after realizing that Luna has been playing her the entire time. Lee complains about the girl's nasty nature before choking her to death. Thomas will keep threatening Brooke Logan over at Forrester Creations. Ridge eventually walks into the room and tries to soothe Thomas. But the young guy loses it and tells Ridge to call Brooke a liar. However, Ridge won't be able to do that. The fact that the designer is already married to Brooke will have to be acknowledged. I'm concerned that Brooke might be in serious danger because Thomas is going to blow up. It was a wise decision to begin the week by witnessing Taylor grovel and implore Ridge to keep their engagement going. The story of Taylor, Brooke, and Ridge's love triangle is as old as time itself. For decades, he has vacillated between the two women, but Taylor consistently receives the short end of the stick. It was a little excessive to watch her cry and plead with him while he broke her heart, especially in light of the broken heart syndrome that first led her to return to Los Angeles. With Liam's assistance, Will was able to locate the IP address of the text message sender and discovered that he had slept with Luna. Will's dismay was brought to light in the latter moments of Wednesday's B&B, when he finally realized what was happening when Luna took off the mask. He thought it was someone else entirely. After all, until he was found, Luna was dead to everyone in Los Angeles but Lee and Sheila. Will is unhappy with the way things turned out, particularly with Elektra's mask. The highlight of their scenes this week was when Will called out Luna for taking advantage of him while intoxicated. He is unhappy with what transpired and finds it extremely repulsive that she tricked him. In what can only be called a dubious moment, Brooke consents to marry Ridge at Forrester. Carter was present to conduct the ritual. Only a few hours after splitting from Taylor, Ridge formally remarried. The couple's remarriage is not unusual, but the rapidity at which it occurred was startling. However, everything will culminate in the fallout. He would not accept anything less than his parents together, Thomas explained. He warned her that Brooke was in her way. Will Wicked Thomas have another episode as a result of this? Will informed Katie over the phone that Luna had gotten out of the apartment and ended up in Remy's. He didn't seem pleased when she requested for assistance, even though the two are acquainted. It appears like Remy will not be Luna's accomplice because he has a major plot point in the works, and is a mystery figure. Has been patient with Luna, but that is about to change. When Will arrived at Bill's residence, he informed his parents that Luna was still alive. Other than his parents' horrified expression, not much was revealed about the incident. However, all will be revealed next week. A number of irate people will be seeking justice once the truth about what Luna did to Will, and the knowledge that she is still alive are revealed. Is Luna's reign of terror coming to an end at last? Neither Eric nor Thomas encouraged Ridge this time. He did what his heart told him. Since he was still in love with Brooke, Ridge informed Taylor that he could not marry her. Taylor knew in her heart that this day was coming. Brooke was his fate, she knew. So she released him. Ridge quickly decided to take the next step. He brought a rose to Brooke's workplace. She accepted the proposal that he made. Ridge, however, is afraid of commitment. He postponed their wedding the previous time he was engaged to Brooke. Since they had already done it, he didn't see the need for a large ornate ceremony. He wanted their engagement to be enjoyable. He will need to demonstrate his commitment to her this time. Unlike her last marriage, Brooke shouldn't have to wait to get married. Until there is a problem in their love, Ridge and Brooke will keep saying that they are destined to be together forever. This will be his pretext for leaving Brooke for Taylor. Will the romance on B&B continue? Will Ridge and Brooke formally declare their love for one another at last? Or will Ridge become envious as soon as Taylor starts seeing someone else? Ridge and Brooke have returned to their pre-argument state. Taylor was just a fallback option for Ridge, who wanted to wed Brooke. However, his commitment lasts until he no longer feels it. He'll figure out a method to break up with Brooke. The cycle goes on. What do you think? Do you believe Ridge and Brooke will get married this time? Comment below with your thoughts. Liam's lead Will versus Luna. Taylor dumped. Finally, a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful is available. Taylor Hayes is dumped in today's episode. Liam Spencer receives information on the whereabouts of the unidentified girl. Will Spencer also takes on Luna Nozawa. Brooke Logan's hold on Ridge Forrester is described by Taylor as toxic and absurd. She won't let him leave. One day she believes Ridge will split up once more. Ridge apologizes and acknowledges that she doesn't understand. Everything changed in Naples. He had no intention of hurting her. Taylor sobs as she embraces him. Ridge retreats and she says she'll be alright. She refused to leave Los Angeles even though she always knew something was coming. She says, "Go be with Brooke, Ridge." Despite her assurances that she will be alright, it is obvious that she is not. Regarding Bridge's wedding date, Brooke panics to Katie Logan at Forrester Creations. The socialite Rana comes in to try on a dress. She exclaims about Ridge as well before leaving. Brooke and Katie talk about Ridge's awakening in Italy. The blonde fears that duty will triumph over fate. Ridge shows up at work. Logan's name is called. They share a kiss when Ridge confesses he doesn't want to lose her. Liam pays Will a visit at FC. The younger brother requests assistance in locating a companion. Will explains that he keeps getting messages from an unknown woman. He must find out who is abusing him. Although Liam agrees to assist Will, he believed that the weird things involving Luna were ended. The younger man claims that by shooting Luna, Liam did them a favor. It's Liam's hit. Luna looks at the pregnancy test at Lee Finnegan's flat. When Lee shows there, Luna hides the test. According to the doctor, Luna is a slob. Luna pledges to do additional laundry. Luna must exercise patience. She is reminded by the grandma that it might take months to find a solution. The doctor gives Luna instructions to tidy up the area before leaving. Luna pulls out the pregnancy test once more after Lee leaves. To take the test, she enters the restroom. Will meantime shows up at the door. When he knocks, no one answers. Will hears someone in the restroom and breaks in. When he attempts to use the doorknob, it is locked. She claims it will be their secret, but Will yells at her through the door. She complies with Will's demand that she reveal her face. When Will sees Luna peering back at him, he is astounded.